looked like coming out, you maybe were a little uncomfortable with the brace. You subbed out, subbed back in, and then obviously had a great game after that. What were you feeling, and what was it like playing with that?
I felt really good, actually. In practice, it took a while to get used to wearing a brace, but I felt fine from the tip-off, and maybe just took a minute to get in a groove.
Caroline Darney streaking the lawn. Devon, when you look at playing a team for a third time, especially a week ago you played that emotional game at Louisville, how do you approach preparing for the game, and is there anything different when you get ready for something like this?
Yeah, I think so. Most of the time it was, us having a conversation and coming out and punching first. When we played there at Louisville, they kind of hit us in the mouth, and we kind of had to respond. So the idea was to come out and try to punch first.
Right again.
For both the players, obviously you guys seemed like you were in control. They made the run in the second half. Was it at all hard to keep your focus when you went up big, or are you kind of used to that situation at this point?
Basketball's a game of runs.
Yeah, we just try to win the media timeout, so 4-minute stints, just, leave it all on the floor and try to win those 4 minutes.
Tom Arian with AP Radio. This is for the players. Does it impact you at all when you take the court knowing you're the #1 team in the country?
I mean, I think we know that we're going to get everybody's best shot. So going into it, we have to have, a mindset of, trying to come out and, like I said earlier, punch first. We're, like the coach said too, we're a possession-by-possession team, so there's not going to be too many home run plays. So, we're going to get everybody's best shot. It's got to, we got to play like that on every possession.
Yeah, when we're, every time we come out onto the court, we just try to remember our pillar of humility, and I think we do a really good job of that, not getting too high or too low, and just staying positive and leaving it all on the floor.
Second row, right in front of us.
Hey Kyle, what kind of adjustment, if any, have you made with that playing with the brace? You look like it was just fine today.
Yeah, no, all week in practice, I was just trying to get used to it, and there's definitely a mental part of it where you just you sort of feel safe with it on. So, like I said, it didn't really bother me much.
Far left on the aisle.
Hey, for both players, you guys do a real nice job of keeping the ball alive. That sometimes there aren't clean rebounds, but somebody will tip it out to either out to the top of the key or just under the basket. How long have you worked on that, and what's the philosophy behind making that work?
Well, our bigs are, do a heck of a job of doing that. I think Isaiah is probably, the best at it, even being undersized down there. But he just has so much fight. And our bigs, they on our own shots, they crash the glass. So tipping those out are huge, momentum swings for us.
Yeah, Zay is, gifted in that aspect. I think I had 7 rebounds, and it wasn't because they couldn't keep me off the boards. I just think it's because he was tipping it out to me. So.
Devon, this may be the last time you face Louisville. Just talk about the rivalry this season, and what did you think when you saw them on the bracket sheet coming up?
I mean, they're a heck of a team, and we know that walking into it is going to be a battle. I mean, every time we play them, it's been a battle, and they've got some really talented players, and Dell and Spalding and Mahmoud and Snyder as well. So we know walking into it is going to be a battle. So I enjoy it.
Middle of the room.
Nathan Brown, Virginian Pilot. Devon, when you saw your teammate Kyle go down in the first half of that game against Notre Dame, didn't know what the seriousness of it was. What were your initial thoughts, and how relieved are you to be able to have him on the court here in March?
I mean, you guys know how good Kyle is. So, obviously we were happy. But to see him go down was, I didn't know exactly what happened and what was going on. But in that situation, it's kind of next man up. At the end of the season, guys go down, guys get hit with injuries, and he's tough enough to fight through it. So, it's good to see.
Far left again.
Kyle, could you talk about 2 shots? Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch in Richmond, by the way. So good to see you guys. Could you talk about 2 shots you took? You drove into the paint, sort of had the ball, both hands on the ball over your head, and you got the shot off and drew a foul. And also about your dunk.
Hey, I did dunk it. I told you.
It's called a squeak dunk.
Right.
Squeak dunk.
The last word is most important.
I was wide open.
On the and one, I don't even think that Adele fouled me. I thought I got fouled before that, but once I heard the whistle, I just tried to get it up, and fortunate to go in. Then on the dunk, if I wasn't on a game play, I probably would have done something a little more special. Isn't that right, buddy?
Yeah, or been a good teammate and handed it off. I'm not gonna, it is what it is.
Anyone else? Middle of the room.
One more quick one on the brace for Kyle. Have you had an injury in your basketball career that has forced you to wear a knee brace like that before?
I have never really had any scares, thankfully.
I just try to come in and take it up a notch, especially during tournament time. There can be no letdowns in energy or anything like that. So just keeping balls alive, running around, bleeding, stuff like that. That's how you got to do it.
We were just spreading out on defense and really staying in the gaps, taking pride on our one-on-one individual defense, so that we were able to get stops. And when we get stops and we're hitting shots, we look pretty good.
In practice, I didn't know how he was gonna look in the game, but yeah, he looked really good. He was back to his old ways, hitting shots. So I mean, I'm happy for him, and it's always great to see a guy like that hit shots.
Basketball's a game of runs, so a team like that, they're a good team. They're gonna make runs, but it's tough playing from behind. You know what I mean? So we were able to stay poised and just answer when we needed to.
I thought that was pretty exciting. I mean, I thought we needed it because we went back-to-back, I guess, on offense, and we weren't able to score. We took good shots, but we weren't able to score. So the guards are always looking out for us. They dished it, and we have to take care of the business.
That's big time, and I think he knew that too. We can go inside to him. He's making strong moves, and he's playing hard, and I'm happy for him, proud of him.
We couldn't let them come back and take the lead. So I mean, seeing Mamadi score like he did today, and guys like Ty hit big shots, Kyle hit a lot of shots. It was good to see. We didn't want them to get into the paint like they did the last couple games, so we just tried to pack them in, force them to hit tough shots.
Since the season ended, since Notre Dame, we've been doing Florida State, Louisville stuff, and we ended up playing Louisville. So I think we did a really good job prep, Green Machine, Coach Sodi scout, and that was important.